putting together a puzzle. This is what the puzzle looks like. Isn't it cute? I'll let you check that out for a bit. It's a really fun puzzle. It's 1,000 pieces. There's a cute table, pets, overlooking the bay. Isn't that really cool, right? Yeah. Let's see if this one's better. Yeah, there we go. That's the cover. Pretty cute, right? Yeah. I found it at a free library book box. So I thought, oh, this will be a fun put together. And then I send it to my son, and he and his daughter put them together. We kind of puzzle share. Or I'll give it to my neighbor. They'll probably like this one. Cute, right? Anyway, I'll have this up and you can stare at that while I chit-chat. Putting together puzzles are fun to focus your mind, right? They force me to slow down and think about things. And then I finally narrow my thoughts down till I can put them into pieces and then think of color patterns. So by the time I look at this, I've already chosen what patterns to start with. And I always like to do the edge first. So I started on this edge of the table and the chair first. And that's what I'm on. And then it went to the carpet. And now I'm building myself up this way. And in the meantime, all of these colors I've already put together. This I'm putting together. This I've put together. So every time I see that shade or pattern, I just throw it in a pile for them. So I end up having different piles of colors and patterns. And that's how it kind of works out for me. So the beginning is just literally making piles. You know? And while I'm making piles, I'm getting my head straight. Figuring out my next move. Right? So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tiffany. I'm a targeted individual. And I'm trying to rebuild or help a business survive that's on constant attack. And I was served paperwork yesterday from my HOA debt collector. I'm being sued for the outstanding HOA fees due, which is fair. And so I have to answer to that. And of course, my frustration is to want to take it out on the people who are at fault, who are the RICO crimers, right? And so my tendency is to want to lash out, get angry, point fingers, you know. You know, it's 3 a.m. here. So the tendency is to want to, you know, take it out on them, yell at them, blame them for my predicament, which is true. But still. So, in the past, I would yell, I would react, I would get emotional, I would cry, I would do all those things. And I realized none of it was working. And then I realized that my energy is sacred. And then I started to realize that my time, energy, and effort was sacred. And now, in order for me to handle it, the trick is for me not to say anything, not to discuss it with them, because they don't deserve to hear anything about what's going on. And you need to just do it. You need to just do it. I need to just sue them. I need to just make a motion, make a move. I don't have to do it with anger. I have to do it with intention. This isn't revenge. This is getting back what's owed to me. This is just collections. They don't hate me. They want what they want back. It's nothing personal. Well, it's nothing personal on my end either. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'll do it. I don't want to have to go to this level, but I'll do it. I don't want to have to sue their asses, but I'll do it. And since I have to do it, I'm going to make sure they understand not to do it again. So it's going to be severe. I'm gonna lick it. And that's the thing. You know, it's if you're going to use your mouth as a weapon, you better be sure you can stand behind what it is you're going to say. That is definitely old school 80s talk. It's the kids, I'll meet you after school at 3 o'clock behind the schoolhouse, and I'm going to kick your butt. Oh, yeah? Yeah. What time? 3 o'clock. I'll meet you there, and I'm gonna kick your butt. And whoever you think you're bringing with you, if you think they're gonna sucker punch me, I'm gonna kick their butt too. I guarantee you, the bully who sequestered you for 3 o'clock is gonna be thinking about everything you said all day long, whether it's true or not. Because what you said was confident, and you told them what you were going to do and how you meant it, and there you have it. And that's how I win in this case. That's how I'm going to beat my opponents. That's how I'm going to get my money back with interest. That's how the government's going to pay me what they owe me. That's how I'm going to do it, because I said I'm going to do it. Well, how do I back it up? I back it up with my wisdom, my schooling, my research, making sure that I practice every day, making sure that I formulate every day, that I can. I'm not saying I do it every day. I'm just saying that I'm intentional, that I write down my recipe, that I make sure I'm diligent with my notes, so that when I do it, I can review it and go, yeah, I can see the consistency. It's like Muhammad Ali. He told him, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to knock you out in the first round. He told him word for word what he was going to do for it. But in order for him to feel so confident to talk like that, he was training every day for years that led him up to that. He was taking care of his body to back himself up. So when I say I have almost 30 years in the business field, I mean I've had years of failures, years of good ideas, years of bad ideas, years of trial and error, years of it, yeah, that worked, yeah, that works. I have it all. And that does not work as well. So when I say, I'm going to get that, I'm going to do that, I can back it up because I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I know what I'm capable of withstanding. And when I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. There's no reason for me not to. And when I say I'm going to do it, or when I say God is going to do it, I stand behind that. And when I say God is in it, God's about it, and He's going to do it, it's because He is what He is, and He never lets me down. I believe in a God who is as tough as I say He is. That He is as loving and kind and as fierce and no nonsense as I say He is. Bar none. I stand behind what I talk about because I have gone through enough. I've tried myself enough to know what I can handle. And there's no way that I'm going to say I can do something if I know I can't. If I know I can't do it, I'm not going to say it. If I do say it, it's because I know I can find a resource to do it. Because somebody's going to help me. Yeah. My family, the ones who stole the inheritance, that have literally been trying to kill me, they have no idea who I am as a woman, who I am as an adult. So they've literally tried to stand up against me as they saw me as a child. Somebody who would just say yes and cow down and never disrespect an adult or an elder, or, oh my gosh, that's my aunt. Uh-oh, stand down. Let me try to fix this. Oh no. No. Not anymore. So, my family is quite surprised. And they will be in you too. Because when you go into a change and you open yourself up to believing in something that is unseeable as your guiding force for success, you believe in the undeniable. You believe in things that are, you just let go of the mundane. I guess that's the only way I can say it. For sure. Okay. That's all I got. 3 o'clock hour. Stay in prayer, stay in meditation. I'm glad that you are working it out. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Keep working it out.